Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for vintage Lego. Is 2005 vintage? Is this before YouTube? I, so we're going to be looking at this set. This is something we showed on the A Fool podcast. We're going to do a deeper dive into this. By deep, I mean very shallow. Uh, this is a Lego City truck, dump truck, set 7344. I guess I have uh, a version that doesn't have the name of the set on it. This is a nameless set. 7344. It doesn't have a lot of pieces. I think there's less than 200 pieces. It makes this ginormous truck, which I have here. It is a giant truck with a giant Lego piece right there. Despite all that, the box, it's oversized. On the box, the image on the box is larger than life. It's not actual size. So in honor of that, I'm wearing a They Might Be Giants shirt, surprisingly. And this shirt here is especially for Alex Nunes from Breaking News and his own channel. And it is a They Might Be Giants shirt in the style, I think, of the San Francisco Giants baseball uniforms. So TMBG, 82, They Might Be Giants. It is appropriate. 1982 is when they started. It's also the year the Atlanta Braves were in the Western Division of the National League. And the last game of the season, they needed the San Francisco Giants to beat the LA Dodgers, and they did. I think Joe Morgan had the big hit, and the Giants beat the Dodgers to not go to the playoffs, but the Dodgers didn't go to the playoffs either, and the Braves did. And they proceeded to get knocked out in the first round as usual. But anyway, enough about baseball. That's what my shirt. Oh, this is an extra, extra large, double XL. It's the only size they had available, but I had to get this shirt. This is my most recent purchase. It just came in the mail today, and I got it specifically for Alex, even though he probably doesn't care. But now let's look at this truck. Oh, and this thing came with a big red X. Before I could even get started, I broke it. Oh my goodness. All right, so this dump piece, yeah, one giant piece there for the dump truck. This right here makes me feel like it's broken. The little pieces where you can put it at different heights. It's pretty neat, but it just gives you the feel like something's wrong, like they're supposed to go somewhere. It doesn't look that bad for the simplistic build. Other than that's the big piece. You got a couple of big pieces here, like these pieces here for the, what do you call that? The wheel well. But just other than that, it's pretty standard pieces. You got kind of a Technic underbelly to it. It's not a Technic set. This is a Lego City set. Has a few stickers. I bought this used, so I'm not 100% sure on everything. That's a sticker piece there for the 7344. I think these are stickers on the side of the truck. Got a sticker there. Not a lot to it. Got a place for his tools right there. We'll take the minifigure out. Oh my goodness. There. That's the minifigure. Just a regular minifigure from 2005. This guy didn't even get a cup of coffee. He doesn't even have a seat. It's sad. It's like Two Faces dump truck. It's yellow on one side and black on the other. So apparently when this set came out, they had to update the instructions. So I have the original instructions, and it has this update. So there are two different inventories on Bricklink, and it has to do with this part here. There's two 4x6 Technic bricks replacing the 4x6 Technic brick right there. I think it's for stability because this thing is kind of flimsy. Look at that. If you just push on it a little bit. So that's a different part of it. And then I think you get a different number of friction pins. because of that. So yeah, there is, if you're looking at the inventory on this, and say you're trying to piece it together, to build it according to the updated instructions, you would need different parts. Now mine, it is definitely not the updated version. So when I built it, I just used these instructions, even though my used copy came with this updated. I could acquire those parts and try to rebuild it the correct way, but I'm not. That's why you got the big red X there, red X. So there's a better look at how they changed it from that to that. So this is not rare. It's a thing to happen. We've seen other Lego sets throughout history where they've updated the design, usually from complaints. And I know from my grandson why this is a bad idea. This flimsy design. In fact, even with this updated, it probably still wouldn't hold up. Yeah, my grandson likes to push large vehicles. Got him down here pushing the Quattro truck. He loved pushing that thing around, and yeah, it wouldn't take much for him to break this, putting his weight on it. So this set is from the box bloat era. That's just an era of Lego where the boxes were way bigger than they needed to be. Now you still needed a big box because you had this large piece here, this large bed of the truck. But the box is just, it's just so thick and it's big. It's like all the pieces could have fit in the bed. You could have made the box box could have been half the size that it actually is and still held all the pieces. But the interesting thing is they made the box so big that that image is actually slightly larger than the actual set. And this is one thing I was trying to show on the A-Full podcast, but the 1x4 brick here is actually smaller in real life than the picture on the box. So yeah, they even magnified it a little bit on the box. And I think that's something they did to try to get people to think they're getting more of a value for what they're getting, but there's not much value in this. What's this thing say here? Designed for easy building and instant play and falling apart. And that's what it does. I was looking at the inventory for this on Bricklink, and I just realized this is 2005, so this is the end of the dark gray era and the beginning of the light bluish and dark bluish gray era. And so this does have light bluish gray and dark bluish gray parts. But on the alternate parts list, it shows the shovel, which is in the back here, it could have been the old dark gray. And mine is dark bluish gray, so it's the new one. But I wish I had more sets from this era. This is one thing I wasn't thinking about in 2004, 2005. I mean, we were all upset when everything changed to this, and now we just all accept the dark bluish gray and light bluish gray colors these days, and reddish brown. But there were sets during that time frame of the transition that you might get parts of either color. So I think that would be a fun thing to do, is if you had unlimited funds, to get sets from like 2004, 2005, and see if you can find any that have a mix of dark bluish gray, dark gray, light bluish gray, light gray, reddish brown, and brown, old brown. But yeah, I just noticed that on the inventory that you could have possibly gotten an older style of the shovel with this. But that is the 7344 dump truck, only 184 pieces, one minifigure. A very odd build, not very sturdy, and not very friendly to your city. I guess this is for working in your gravel quarry if you got one. But I'm glad I have it. It's one of those things I'll keep, even though I'm not going to be displaying this. I'm probably going to put it right back in the box. Yeah, I'll have to take it apart to put it in the box. But just little oddities that happen with Lego. Changes in design, mixes of color, oversized boxes. I mean, I'm just glad Lego doesn't do the potato bag box style where you got it, everything settles, and you could have fit the box, the parts in half of the box. But even as big as that piece is, they definitely could have made this box a lot smaller. But they didn't. And now I'm talking about it, and I'm done. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you, They Might Be Giants, for giving me another shirt. Thank you for putting up with me wearing another They Might Be Giants shirt. And I'll see you guys in the next video in a different shirt. It might even be a They Might Be Giant shirt. Still got a bunch more to go through.